Hey everyone, welcome to another Transformers review. This is the Mastermind Creations Perfection Series Assaultus PS-16 Volatus, the Space Warrior, as they call him. Yes, it is a version of Blast Off, and you see him here in the Shuttle mode, which will move off the side real quick, because look at the box, which is very different from all the other boxes I've gotten, because it's the non-window robot mode box that they were selling pretty much only in China for a while. Now here we are, or in the Asian market, and well, now it's just, I guess, common because possibly because of all the troubles we've been having. But yeah, it's you can see there, it's a nice bit of artwork of Volatus, you know, kind of flying along. On the side, you got a really big old close-up of him. On the other side, you have, hey look, a group shot with one missing because there's one left. On the top, you have a couple shots of him in his shuttle and robot modes. On the bottom, you have a bunch of warnings and ages 16 up and barcode and stuff. And on the back, you have, hey look, you can transform into a robot shuttle and the arm for Assaultus up here, and you also have it all built in, and bonus head, and the hey look, of course, his bio and tech specs. Volatus feels his spirit to everyone around him and often finds himself to be alone most of the time. He feels that others do not deserve his attention. Being in the same vicinity as other lesser robots gives him a computing migraine. But he's a great sniper and can hit his targets from long range with ease. Fortunately, due to his nature, he hates combined with his fellow boss of form Assaultus, but he must obey as the battle calls for it. One of the accessories, of course, is the good old red thing, which mine is kind of scratched up. But yeah, just put it over the tech specs and boom, you can see his stats. Or you can just kind of see it anyway without him. So that's that. Other things in the packaging include his instructions, which are decent. Skip over a couple things once again, but nothing to the point, nothing that you can't figure out yourself. And of course, it comes with a tech spec, which again has been a nice bit of artwork and the same bio and some shots in his tech specs again on the side. He also comes with an extra bonus head if you got the first wave of them anyway, which is an animation error head, but I'll get into that a little bit more in the robot mode. Yeah. He is a, well, space shuttle. As you can see, a black, purple, and brown one. So yeah, he's a fairly large size too, as you can see. He's a good sized space shuttle. They did a pretty good job with this one. Yeah, it's really good. Of course, you can see all the panel lines, but that's because he transforms. So of course, it's panel lines. I think anyone who complains about panel lines on Masterpiece style figures is ridiculous. But yeah, it looks really good. I like this. There's actually kind of a subtle difference here. This is very dark, very kind of chocolatey dark brown. I get blackish brown, and this is more of a navy, very dark navy blue here on the wing. So that's a bit of a subtle difference there. But yeah, you got different colors. You got the cockpit paint on this very, very light purple, almost pinkish color. Very metallic as well. And yeah, purple, booster rockets back here. Only 4 of them. He's missing one of the big one, the big middle one or whatever most shuttles have. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's not there. It's fine. That's the kind of the cost of making an all-in-one transformer. On the bottom, it's actually pretty clean, all things considered. You can see that. Yeah, it's pretty well made in my opinion. There's, as far as I can see, no flight stand compatibility whatsoever. You're gonna have to do a hooking thing sorts, and these of course can fold up right there and fold this up, and now ready to fly around, whoosh it around if you want. Yeah, good, nice, solid shuttle mode. Honestly, I think it looks really good, and it's pretty nice. Fold these back down real quick because I'm gonna bring in his fellow Combaticons. See if I can get them all in shot, because they're big, and there's, well, quite a few of them, not surprisingly. Here's Incursus. Yep. With his upgrade kit. Here's Fraudo. Jeep mode, and Impetus. See if I can get any sort of cohesion here. Now you can kind of see the team there shaping up. All they're missing right now is a tank. I'm just getting him out of the way, but yeah, you can see the team's forming. We just got one more, and apparently he's less than a month away, according to some people. So see how that works out, huh? I believe with him, I'm going to do something real quick. One moment. I don't think this is quite long enough, but Dude, he's kind of hanging off the back, but he kind of fits. If only this was removable, this would work. But it's not, unfortunately. I guess you can do that, but yeah, you can kind of do that, I guess. That kind of works, sort of, but not really. But okay, I tried. Although theoretically, you can somewhat do a launch gantry, I guess. Again, gonna try that again. A pseudo launch platform. Quick, I get rid of this big old gun. I mean, yeah, it's not gonna. Kinda, sure, why not? It's not. It's mostly just balancing there, but why not? It works, kind of. Let's get these out of the way. Hey, there you go. Nice shuttle mode. Nice paint. Nice look. It's nice and big. It works well with the other guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and transform him into the arm mode real quick, and I'll talk about that. And there we go. Arm mode. Yep, it's arm. It's the arm, all right. Actually, pretty straightforward transformation. Again, it's not too difficult to transform him. There's a couple things where it's just kind of like you have to just move. You're moving stuff out of the way, so for the sake of getting out of the way, and then putting it right back to where it was, which might annoy some people, but I don't mind it too much because again, it's a fairly simple transformation. He is heavier than Impetus, which can cause problems, which I'll get into that in the proper Assaultus video when I get there. But yeah, just to say, some people are having some problems with the shoulder on Cursus when it's all combined and stuff. But yeah, the nice thing is the gun here can stay stored, and the gun storage from the shuttle mode can stay stored here, which is really nice. It's just nice and snug. It doesn't get in the way of anything. So there you go. And there's the shoulder attachment and everything. So yeah, he's gonna have a big old tall shoulder and all that stuff. Again, it works really well, and I think it looks really good, and compacts away very nicely, and so thumbs up. And now I'm going to go ahead and take him to robot mode, which again is pretty simple from here. And there you go, robot mode, which, yep, a really nice looking robot for the most part. Some people have some problems with how the arms look. I personally don't mind. It's kind of like, it's a bit of a mix of the show and the cartoon, which because the show and the cartoon. Yeah, so yeah, I mean the show and the toy, because the toy had the nose of the shuttle became the hand, so. It's actually real in the hands. It's not nice how those fill those out pretty well, the arms, everything. So, but some people don't like the shape of it, but that's okay. But I'm personally don't really mind it too much. But yeah, he cleans up pretty well. You see, all this stuff. He even has a little fake tail fin just because the show did and whatnot. He's got his kibble, all this stuff that compresses down really nice. Everything. He just looks really good, I feel. Also, again, nice color scheme. Mostly the really kind of more blackish color with some purple and stuff here and there. Yeah, he just looks really nice. He even got the little fake wheels just because that's where they were on the toy and everything. So why not fake wheels in the cartoon, I believe. And of course the gun can unfold, which again is also really clever storage for that. And it's like the other MMC stuff. It's a back tab, so there's a tab there. You just put in the back and tab it in and curl the fingers around, and it holds pretty decently. It's unfortunately I feel a little too easy to knock out of place just because of how it tabs in. But it's not too bad, and honestly, you just hold it pretty well as long as you're not, an idiot about it. It takes a bit to actually get it out, but it still can, if when you're trying to curl the fingers up around it, kind of can sometimes knock the tab out of alignment. Now it's falling out. So yeah. Again, just really like how it looks. You can kind of adjust these how you want. There's a hole there, but like these kind of cover up pretty well, unless depending on how you configure these little bits. I personally kind of have I'm a little curled in a bit. Yeah, these don't tab in super well. They're just kind of but it's it's fine. The other thing people don't like is the waist, because it does just kind of bow out, but does kind of look like that in the cartoon again. So that is kind of correct, more or less. These can move out of the way as well. You can open those up. You need to for whatever reason. Flatten them down. Whatever you need to do. So yeah. Looks pretty darn good in my opinion. And again, that alternate head, as you can see, let's see how well I can. Right, so there's the default head. This is the alternate head, bonus head for the first run. You can see they did that thing where they did that thing that the cartoon did, which is they painted his little head crest as the eyes. So it looks wrong. It looks wrong. I don't like it at all, but it's pretty easy to swap it out because it's just a screw. This is a simple screw right there. Just unscrew it, split the head apart, swap them around if you want. But I'm not going to do that because I don't like how this looks. So yeah, I'm not going to bother. I'm personally just not going to bother with that. Yeah. Articulation, though, his head is, I believe, on a ball joint. Yeah, it looks like it's a ball joint of some sort. But yeah, it's left and right, up and down, waggles, pretty good. So that's articulation there. Shoulder can do a full 360. You got outward and whatnot, although it's very stiff. He's got a very, very tight bicep swivel right there. I don't know why it's so tight. And then he's got a double jointed elbow, so he's got a lot of curl, about that much. You got this transformation to it, which can be useful for something, but it can only go one way, and it's much looser than the bicep, which is a little annoying. His hand is on a wrist, or his wrist is on a swivel. His fingers have one knuckle each, and the thumb's on a ball joint, so you got the thumb, you can move around a bit. Yeah, all the fingers are individually, but one knuckle each, just one at a time can curl up. But they're already pre-curled. His waist can swivel, pretty much unhindered. He's got an ab crunch, which goes about that far. His legs, forward, nice little soft ratchet, forward that far. If you get these out of the way, these skips out of the way, you go back about that far. Outward, you got about pretty much full splits, although he looks a little weird under the skirt, so just don't look there. You got a thigh swivel. Got a knee bend, which is about 90 degrees right there. And no ankle tilt. Because of all this stuff in there, there's technically not an ankle tilt. You can move the toe down like this if you want. If you want to tilt the ankle, quote unquote, there's kind of a pseudo tilt there from the transformation. You can open this, you can kind of, if you untab this on the back and split up here, you can get a tilt of sorts, although it's really high up the leg. It's really high up the leg, this thing. Yeah, you can, not much, unfortunately. So yeah, if you really want that tilt, you gotta have basically break his leg. I don't think it looks good. honestly, without the tilt, I think he works just fine. You know, you got the toe thing, but that's about it. Because of the way his feet look, it kind of looks all right even without the ankle tilt. So it's like, yeah, he's got a decent standing base. It's no ankle tilt, but like, I don't know, not the end of the world in my opinion, but it is what it is. So if that really upsets you, this is going to upset you too. But I don't find it personally to be a big problem. Honestly, it's just not. It just simply isn't a problem, I feel. So yeah. You kind of have a. You guys have a. What is it? I guess a shin tilt. Sure, let's call it a shin tilt of sorts. But it's clearly not intended for posability. But if you really need it for whatever reason, you can do that. So there is that. If you really need it. And of course, real quick comparisons with his teammates. And yep, there are a lot of them and they're big. And I'm going to try to get them all in shot if I can. Yep. See, he's taller than Swindle or Vortex or Fraudo and Impetus, and quite a bit shorter than Incursus there. But yeah, which is, I believe, Brawl is supposed to be like up here or something. So yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, you can see there they are all together. They're so far just waiting for Probus. And yeah, yep, looking good. Very nice. I feel I like the aesthetic here. The kind of the mix of the G1 cartoon plus the Studio Walk stuff. I think it's working. Or in Curse's taste, also the toy. Yep. So yeah, that's Volatus. Yeah, I think he's great. He's possibly actually the best of the set so far. Honestly, his robot mode is great. His shuttle mode is great. The transformation is great. Everything about him just really works well. The only thing real drawback I would say is just he doesn't have an ankle tilt, but that's kind of forgivable because just the stuff he's all packing in his legs there and whatnot. Heck, he does one thing better than Impetus, which is he hides the Assaultus hands a little better with the tail fins. That's one thing I forgot to mention. But yeah. I think it just he's just fun to play with. He looks really good. I know a lot of people have been kind of making the comment of, oh man, I wasn't so sure about him. I'm only getting him because I need the complete set. Now I got him in hand. He's probably my favorite. He looks terrible in pictures. Why do he look so good in person? That sort of thing. So I don't know. If you're looking at this going, I'm not sure about it, but I don't know. But I think he looks great in person. I think something about him he just looks really good. He cleans up really well and just everything. He just is a really fun to play with figure. I transform him just kind of offhandedly multiple times just because I could. It's like, oh yeah, just transform him because why not? He's fun to transform. He's fun to mess with and everything. I think he just looks great. And he's a nice addition to the team. And I'm hearing that some people are, what was it? I'm looking at Probus and he looks great. And some, I guess MMC people are saying that Probus is their favorite. So I don't know. Probus has a kind of a bit of a hurdle to clear, I guess, for this compared to this guy. So yeah, I mean, to get over this guy as being the best, but I don't know. We'll see how their version of Brawl is. But yeah, this guy's phenomenal. On $105, he's also just a really good value because he's good size. He's got a good bit of weight to him, which some people would argue too much weight because of the Incursus shoulder, which again, I'll get into that in Assaultus' review or video or whatever. But yeah. If you're already in this set, you're probably already getting this guy. But if you haven't, and maybe you just really like Blastoff just by himself for whatever reason, this is a good one for sure. Or you're just mixing and matching just because you're not really intending to combine them. This is a good Blastoff. I think I've seen the pictures of the other guy, the other MP Blastoffs that we have so far. This is probably one of the best ones. He is really good looking. I just really like him. I think he works really well. Yeah, just enough of me babbling. I love this guy. He's really good. So yeah, go pick them up if you can. I believe at this point a lot of stores still have him in stock, but if you missed the first one, he will not come with a second head. So just an FYI on that, although I don't think you're really missing out on much personally, but that's, I don't know, maybe you just really like that animation error for whatever reason. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found informative or entertaining, whatever. Hope you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Hope you check me out check me on Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. You can also Patreon, Coffee Hour things as well. That's all linked in the video description and all that stuff. And I'll see you next time with another video review. I believe actually Double Dealer's about to hit. So for me, hopefully that might be the next one. I don't know. We'll find out. So see you later.